step into it.
Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing the just released Dragon Quest XI. It was developed by Square Enix and published by Square Enix and was just released on September 4th of 2018 for the PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows, and it will have a Switch version coming out eventually. I don't know when it's going to be, but eventually this will be on the Nintendo Switch. Now, to get into the basic nitty-gritty of this game without spoiling anything, you explore huge worlds as a young man who becomes, because of certain circumstances involving a birthmark, ends up going on a huge epic quest, and along the way you meet up with several zany characters who join you on your quest, and involving the Tree of Life and stopping the Lords of Shadows. Like I said, this has got a pretty in-depth story to it, and all the characters are voiced with kind of British actors, which I don't have a problem with it at all, but the main protagonist is silent. He makes noises, but he doesn't talk. Now, on your roughly 80-hour quest, you will do everything from tons of side missions, fighting hundreds of monsters, exploring huge areas, collecting loot, and leveling up along the way. Now, each of these characters does have their own set of skill trees. Now, the thing with the skill trees I will have to point out is you can try to use your points to equally balance it and give them different moves and abilities, but I think it works best if you stick with one type and level up your character with just one set of the skill tree for each character. And if you don't like that, eventually you will get the ability to be able to undo and redo your points at a save camp eventually. It only costs a little bit of gold, and so if you have certain moves that you don't like with your guy, you can go and change all the different skill tree points and readjust them as you go along. Like I said, I found it works better if you just stick with one type. Yeah, I mean, have one guy stick with like status ailments, another person stick with like bonuses. The other main character, I had him stick with a lot of sword arts and stuff, so he did a lot more damage with his swords. Now, the thing is with this game is make sure you explore all the areas. Most of the game world seems huge, but it is very quite linear and almost like hallway-like. I mean, there's certain areas that look huge, but it will funnel you into the areas to where, like I said, this is a very, very long and slow progressed game. Now, it's still a fun game, but if you're trying to get through it quick, you're not going to be able to do that. I mean, I think it takes damn near like up to 10 hours even before you get to your third character that joins your group. And there's 11 different characters in this game that will join your group eventually. So that says something. Now, the other biggest thing about this game that I have to say that I absolutely love is all the monsters you have to deal with appear on the world map as you're actually traveling. So you can physically see the monsters moving around, and if you don't want to fight them, you can just flat out run from them and avoid them. Now, these monsters always continuously respawn too, so you can sit there and kind of spam kill them and farm them, but once you go up a couple levels, the monsters in that particular area won't really give enough experience points, so it really won't be worth it to hang around and keep farming them. The overall size of this game and the amount of enemies that you do fight, as long as you level up once or twice in each area and then just move on to where you're supposed to go, that will actually do do a lot better for you because, like I said, they will constantly respawning, and if you don't want to fight them, you just run from them. You can physically run from them, and you even have a horse that you can ride, and you can use the horse to pretty much trample a lot of the monsters, which is kind of fun. Now, the other thing is similar to some other games. If you're able to sneak up behind the enemy and attack them first, you will get an advantage and actually do some damage on them first, which is kind of a neat little thing. But in the end, it doesn't really seem to affect the battles that much. Now, as for the battles in this game, they are completely turn-based and not time-based. So you can set for an hour and a half waiting, and the monsters will never fight you if it's your turn to go, which is kind of cool as long as you realize this is a turn-based, old-school style RPG. It's not going to have no fast action, hack and slash stuff. It is completely 100% turn-based, which I personally love. I mean, Octopath Traveler shows that you can make a damn good game with turn-based combat that actually works if it's done brilliantly. And in this one, it's done pretty damn good too, because even though you will have your own character and other characters you can play as, you can also set their abilities of each of your characters, including your own, to help you get through the battles, known as tactics. And by changing each tactic, you can have your one character set as like to heal the other characters. You can have them, stand guard. You can have them focus on, going all out and fighting the enemies. And it can make it to where you can pretty much have it to where the game can play itself for you if you choose to, or you have the option to actually control every little aspect of every single character, which really does add to make the game quite playable for people who, if you don't like turn-based combat. Now, the world map that you bring up as you're exploring actually has several great uses. Well, first of all, it's a good map. It's not going to mislead you. It actually shows you a lot of locations. It will keep in the upper corner and tell you where you're supposed to go next. And also, once you locate something known as sparkly spots, which are places where you can find gear and items and basically crafting materials, they will appear on the map so you can farm them, because they do keep coming back. You can pretty much keep farming these sparkly spots to get the crafting material that you need to upgrade your gear and items. Which brings on the other main mechanic in this game, is simply known as the fun-sized forge. Rather early on, you were given a little mini forge, which you can use throughout your game, along with recipes that you find from people and books as you explore these towns and places that you can use along with the materials found at sparkly spots to build new gear and items. All kinds of new weapons, new gear for you, new armor and everything can be made with this fun-sized forge, which is really, really simple. The way you can see here, it's not really hard. It kind of reminds me of a dumbed-down version of crafting in Final Fantasy Online, only streamlined and a lot easier. As long as you have the crafting materials, you can go into the fun-sized forge and actually go ahead and craft items as long as you have a recipe for them. Now, if you actually build them in a certain way, you'll get a rating, a grade. And now if you get it a high grade like brilliant or really well, you will earn something known as perfection pearls. And you can use these perfection pearls along with your gear you already have. So let's just say you have like some armor you really, really like, but you'd like to make it stronger, or a sword that you like, but you'd like to make stronger as well. Well, you can use the fun-size forge and your perfection pearls to upgrade those gear to a +1, +2, +3 item, which makes them a lot stronger and a lot better in battle and helps you throughout, at least until you get enough money to buy some better gear. And heck, even by doing this, if you save up enough money and you see a weapon or armor that you want, you can actually sell the ones that you modified and get a significantly more amount of money that'll help you on your way. All in all, I would have to say the art style of this game is very, very unique. The characters were designed by the same guy that designed the Dragon Ball characters, and it does show in terms of their personality, just the art style. It's got really good, I wouldn't say photorealistic graphics, but it's got really bright, colorful graphics, and the character models are very, very anime. They're very pop with a very style, charisma, and very, very good art design. The only thing I would have to say is some of the characters' voices I don't like. honestly, but that's not really a big deal. You get used to it. I mean, you're going to be hearing a lot of these people through your 80-hour adventure. In fact, I have to think the dog reminds me of the dog Doug from Up. I don't know why. He just reminds me of the damn dog from the movie Up. But in the end, I would have to say this is one hell of a great role-playing game. If you are a huge fan of the classic turn-based RPG days, games of the old, pick this up. This is definitely worth your money. It's definitely got a huge amount of content. The only thing I have to warn you with is, like I said, it is a slow burn RPG. You can't rush through this. Just take it low and slow. Just go through it the way it wants you to go through it. Take your time and have fun with it. This is going to be a long game. If you're expecting to unlock stuff soon, it's not going to happen. You just got to go with the flow, let the game lead you on through its story, which it leads you through fairly easily. I mean, this game, I wouldn't say it handholds you, but it definitely will lead you on the right path and make it to where there's only a couple times with me playing it where I actually had a problem not finding or needing to figure out where to go. In the end, I highly recommend this role-playing game if you're a huge fan of the old games of turn-based RPGs. Remember, I currently have 3 contests currently going on. The first one is my Arcade 1-Up giveaway, where I am giving away a Street Fighter II Arcade 1-Up cabinet that will end on September 25th, when I will draw the winner with a random number generator. In order to enter that contest, you must be a subscriber to Devil Dog Gaming. Go to that video and leave a comment to enter. My second one is my Epic Big Bucks giveaway, where I'm giving away 2 $500 prepaid Visa gift cards. That will end on September 17th, which will be ending before the one giveaway. September 17th is where it's ending. That one, you don't have to be a subscriber. You just have to go to the video, follow the directions to enter that one. And my third and final contest is my Ultimate Silent Hill giveaway, where I'm giving away all the Silent Hill games, the first movie, and a Robbie the Rabbit plush toy. And that one will end on October at Halloween on midnight. That one, all you have to do is be 18 or older and go to that video, leave a comment, follow the rules for your chance to enter. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.